Mountain Veterinary Corps, the GUD of Mountain Veterinary Corps here. We have the Army Equestrian Node and 250 odd horses and beautiful dog breeding center. Everything is here as far as the animals are concerned. So this is all of the second largest cantonment of the Indian Army. So we feel proud to be posted here and located here.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
And there you are. We were talking to General Parida, Army, Navy, in the Air Force, and we'll talk later because the flag off is about to take place now. What a fabulous sight this is. Look at the young girls. There you are, ready for the Gulab Chand, the legend Indian 1505. Love this, isn't it? Love this atmosphere. There they are, exactly at the start now of 1000 hours. We still got a minute to go. There you are. Yes, my clock I think was a minute slower.
It's not a minute slower. Your clock is at right time. And here, what a beautiful view for, wow, what a covering by the AFI. And Neeraj and team working at the backhand. What a lovely, brave effort by these boys. Burning candle day and night.
Yes, burning candle day and night is the word. So if you go back, Ram, by the record of last year, then we're looking at about 35 odd minutes from here. 35 minutes for the finish of the second event of the 59th edition of the National Cross Country Championship.
Yes, Mr. Wagle, I would like to share one cut from the history of the World Cross Country Championship. I was going through some stats and certainly one interesting data came out of it. That is the youngest athlete, the champion athlete, is 13 years when she won the Junior IAAF World Athletics Cross Country Championship. She was 13 years and representing Kenya. It was Lydia Cromie. And the oldest one was Jack Foster. He was 42 years when he won the gold in team events in the World Cross Country Championship. See the difference, 13 years and 42 years. Wow.
13 years for a young girl to go on to win a women's title at the World Cross Country Championships. Amazing. I wonder whether she went on to win. The name doesn't sound as for someone who went on to win laurels at the 10,000 of the marathon. But nevertheless, for a young 13-year-old to win that event is a huge effort. Just going back to what I said last year, the Railways won the team title with 13 points. Uttar Pradesh finished second with 47 and Maharashtra with 72. The individual title went to Chavi Yadav of the Railways, 35 minutes 05.00. Sanjivani Yadav of Maharashtra, 35 minutes 06.00. And Muni Devi of the Railways, 35 minutes 07 to 27.15. Will that timing be better today? We saw that happen in the men's section earlier on.
Yeah, we hope same that will be repeated in the women's section. And the Muni, the last time's top performer, is also in a fray for bearing bib number 624 and representing Railway Sports. Railway Sports is representing from bib number 6232 628, representing Ankita, Muni, Pooja, Renu and Shraddha Kataria.
So 129 setting off on this journey for the second event of wonderful style there along with the others. Uttar Pradesh, Gulab Chand, I'm sure, must be inspiration. He is here this morning. We saw him in the company of General Parida flagging off the women's event. Sudha Singh is expected to be here as well.
Just booked my next holiday stay. Breakfast buffet, private pool and a view of the mountains. और वो भी एकदम.
This is the part that we did mention about the slight gradient with the athletes. Of course, need to be a little careful to make sure that they do not slip. We'll also talk of the equipment as far as this sport is concerned.
Yes, Uttar Pradesh athletics are doing wonder not only in the national championship, but they are doing wonders at the world map also. The Anurani, javelin thrower, she also belongs to this place, Meerut, and then Parul Chaudhary, she was also belongs to the Meerut and gold medalist in gold and silver in 5,000, 3,000 meter steeplechase. One more I would like to mention about the Vijay Singh Chauhan. He was an Iron Man of India, the first decathlon gold medalist in 1974 Tehran.
Well, Meerut is known to be a sports city along with Jalandhar in the country. The two major towns, Jalandhar and Meerut. And no wonder, Ram, you just mentioned about the top athletes. Vijay Singh Chauhan, I was a young boy. I still remember when I followed him in the decathlon. But of course now I have had the privilege of commentating on Parul Chaudhary and Anurani. It's still the girl from Uttar Pradesh, Tamsi Singh. She continues to take the lead, opening up now. Ram, this is surprising. She's gone about 20 odd meters ahead. Now that's the area where they're going to be careful about. There is a bit of a rough edge there, deliberately made. It's not because the rains fell. It's deliberately made because that's what makes cross-country running interesting. You can't have a plain surface. There you are. There you are once again. This is what they're going to be extremely careful about. And I think, Ram, precious seconds can be won or lost if you do not know how to judge the course.
Yes, I would like to share one incident where the Kananisa Beckley has lost his shoe, and while fixing his shoes, he lost almost 37 seconds, and it took another 16 minutes to cover that lead, and the brave boy, come as a winner for the World Championship. This is how the Kananisa Beckley. Therefore, he was known as the golden boy of the cross country.
No wonder he went on to win dozens of titles. It's fascinating. It's fascinating to look at these girl athletes. You remember that incident again where Avinash Sable broke the monopoly of the Kenyans, 28 years at the Commonwealth Games, when the Kenyans used to finish 1, 2 and 3 and for Avinash Sable. But let's now come back to the women. And also, let's talk of the equipment that you are watching these girls. The cross country, of course, involves very little specialized equipment. Most races that you're watching out here are run in shorts and vests or singlets, usually in the various colors. And in cold conditions, this is a slightly colder time of the year, winter in the northern part of the country. Long sleeved shirts and tights are worn to retain warmth without losing mobility. I don't see any of that out here. When you look at a state like Telangana, when you look at a state like Kerala, Karnataka, and then down to Puducherry, all these girls or boys come from states where they do not know what winter is. I was talking to Jaspinder this morning and I told him कि हमको रज़ाई क्या होती है बम्बई में पता नहीं होता है. स्वेटर एक दिन निकलता है पूरे साल में, साउथ ऑफ इंडिया या वेस्ट ऑफ इंडिया. And for some of these girls, running in these conditions must not be very easy. And also remember that they have come here only 24 hours before or maybe 48 hours before Ram. So to run in these conditions is not easy. But I like the resilience, the word resilience. And then behind you have the stragglers. So that's the main bunch which will perhaps take the 1, 2 and 3.
I think still the bunch of 20, the race is still not opened, and it's going wonderfully here at the 59th edition of National Cross Country Championship here at the Army Golf Course area in Meerut. Wow, what a bunch. And 745 representing Uttar Pradesh is leading the pack. It's a newly designed, newly built course designed by the Rajan Bhatia. And we'll congratulate the athletics team of Uttar Pradesh and putting their effort to make this event a grand success. Where the
Feel like royalty.
is the leader for this event. He is the chairman. Then Ashutosh Bhalla, the president, UP Athletic Association, Mr. Narendra Kumar, Neeraj Kumar and Anu Kumar. And this is the team behind the successful conduct of the 59th edition of the athletics champion, this cross country championship.
We're back here. 13 minutes have gone by while we were talking to you. So what is it? If they clock the same timing as last year or around that time of 35 minutes, then we still have a good 23 odd minutes go here for the finish of this event. Look at that picture. What a picture this is.
One thing, Milind, you can observe that boy has made a path in that loop, and the girls are following that path. So it's a little leveled, comfortable for them, and less chances of turn and twist in their ankles. I think this is good. Boys done good job for the women's section.
Open it out, as they say. Open it out. Now we got the 2 girls or the 3 girls from the railways, I suspect. Yes, Shraddha Khatriya of the railways. With her is Muni of the railways. Muni got a bronze last year. And then you got Pooja Verma also of the railways. Surely will dominate. Sure will dominate without even battering an eyelid, unless we have a surprise.
We can see the 6 athletes because it's a team event, and still the railway team is united. And as we are number of time we are using locomotives, so they are the railways locomotive and still united. You can see the 6 athletes from the railways are going into the first pack of the leaders. And I think, Milind, what is your opinion? I think this is also a very, very tough task for us to maintain for 5 hours and putting data and stats and valuable inputs. And this is also a very challenging task for us.
Well, if these girls and boys can do it, then I think you and I should also do it without any question. Yes, 5 hours of marathon talking is not easy. But, Ram, once again, like the runners out here, the cross country or sports person, I think commentators also need to have passion. Commentators, the first thing which always comes to mind when I commentate is the passion. 50 years later, I still have the same passion as I had when I started this. And I'm not talking of this as me. I'm talking of this for others to follow. Back to the pack out here. You have 6 to 7, Shraddha Khatriya of the railways. You got some surprises. Baby of Uttar Pradesh, close with her. I have a feeling, Ram, suddenly, although I said that the railways might dominate, you might have a few surprises, although you got about 25 odd minutes to go. Or 22 odd minutes to go. I'm going by last year's timing. So if you clock 35 minutes 05.05, we are into the 16th minute. So it makes about 20 minutes now. 20 minutes where anything can happen. We saw that in the men's, where the railways took the lead, a big lead at that, but the services then said, it's my turn and my teammates' turn. So we have the surprise of Baby of Uttar Pradesh in the lead. Just going back again to the equipment that I didn't mention about. The most common footwear are the cross-country spikes. You can see them there, the cross-country spikes. Lightweight racing shoes with a rubber sole and 5 or more metal spikes that are screwed into the forefoot part of the sole. In fact, one knows that the spike length depends on the race conditions, with a muddy course appropriate for spikes as long as 25 millimeters. If the course has a harder surface, then the spikes are shorter as 6 millimeters. They may be effective, while spikes are suitable for grassy, muddy, or other slippery conditions. And runners, of course, may choose to wear racing flats, rubber soled. You know, Ram, I was talking of these spikes where they would differ from the conditions.
Rupees?
Formula One racing, they set out with a normal tire in ideal conditions, dry conditions. And when it starts drizzling, the decision has to be made, should I go into the pit area and change the tire? And that decision is the vital decision for the driver along with his team, who tells them change the tire. If that decision is taken one lap later, it might cost him. And likewise, I wonder whether in cross-country running, you have a muddy surface, sun comes out, surface becomes hard, what do you do?
Yes, this is what we call the planning and training. They have been trained for all these kind of adversities, and they are maintaining and all that, because it's a long one complete years where you are trying your different shoes, different spikes, and once you decided, okay, I'm comfortable with this stuff, then only they experiment it and they come into it. So while you are watching the 10-kilometer cross country women's championship, here the 740 Baby, representing Uttar Pradesh, is the current leader of the pack for the women's 10-kilometer cross-country championship. And the railway girls still looking strong, and 6 girls from the railways are still intact in the bunch of race. The railway girls are Ankita, number 623, Muni, Pooja Verma, Renu Singh, and Sardha Katharia, representing railways. And this is a team look composed and still intact in the front group of the race. So you are watching the 10-kilometer cross-country championship here at the 59th edition in the Army Golf Course area.
Now this is the pack which has got separated. You can count 3 in the front, 4 at the back, and 5 others further back. Tamsi Singh, creditable, Ram. Tamsi Singh, Uttar Pradesh, is still staying there as one of the leaders along with the 3. This is that part of the track that I was mentioning about. Look at the surface out there. You've got to be extremely careful to make sure that you don't slip. That's the thinking. Just had a view of Chatru of the Police Sports Board. I'm a bit surprised, Ram, that the police has not done well, either in the men. The women, of course, have different leaders. They have the railways leading along with Tamsi. Back again to the leaders. There she is in the front, blue sweater, 745. Catch up with her again. You got 292, which is Jyoti of Haryana, and then 627.
I need a break.
अरे किधर है बॉस ढूंढ रहा तुझे
Why don't you like my post?
Is Shraddha Kataria of the railways. It's now 5 of them. Is this where they will break away? In fact, 4. The 5th is lagging. Or the Uttar Pradesh girl. Ram, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. If she wins out here, or if she's in the podium, then I think the state will celebrate, the local association will celebrate, and her action and running style is perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, Tamsi is looking so composed and no sign of any fatigue is sound, I think. And she's trained for that for number of years, therefore looking so ease and composed. The poetry in running, poetry in motion comes after the years and years of training. It's not a 1 days and 1 years affair. So Tamsi Singh looks very composed, very relaxed, I think, and well oxygenated looking. No sign of fatigue is on her face.
Yes, biomechanics, scientific procedures have all started creeping in. You know, you mentioned about Baron Pierre de Coubertin. I wonder whether he ever thought of words like sports science, sports medicine, biomechanics. You know, those days the athletes were simple amateurs. They came from humble background. They came from the various armed forces of the world. They were the common people. Spiridon Lewis, remember Spiridon Lewis, the marathon? He was a farmer, wasn't he? Or he was taking care of horses. But today look at how athletics has changed. They become millionaires, they become billionaires. Endorsements come their way. But why not? It's a short span of life. 5 years, 10 years, not more than that. One injury, Ram, ankle injury, knee injury, back injury can cost you dear. Back to the leaders once again. Shraddha Kataria and Samshi Singh being pushed there. I'm sure the railways have a plan. They're bunching her, putting the pressure. But Samshi is cool and calculated. She's cool like a cucumber, as they say. She's held it on for a good 24 minutes. Now, I'm not saying whether she'll win or lose, but if she does lose, and let's be positive, if she wins, great. If she loses, she'll still say, I was there for 90%. But the problem today in sports is brick walling, like in sales. I did very well, 99%. Did I win? No. So that's the answer to today's world in sports.
I think it's Uttar Pradesh athlete Tamsi and challenging the entire railway teams. She's standing alone with the 5 or 6 railway girls, and you can see the railway means big sponsorship, big planning, lot of coaches, and here she is alone pushing them for their next level.
Absolutely, I think that's well said. Railways have such a strong supporting team. You know, they have a full board, and that's why they're called the Railway Sports Promotion Board. They don't call it the Sports Control Board, they call it the Promotion Board. And it's, I think, creditable for Tamshi Singh that she's hold on for 25 odd minutes out here. We've got about 10 minutes to go in the women's section. The second event of the second Sunday of 2025. What a picturesque view this is. Amazing view. Absolutely amazing view. This is one of the cameras are 2 hours by car, 40 minutes by train. Ram, back to the pack again.
This is a Rapido train, and here again we can see the Rapidos, like the government has started the train from quickest train from Delhi to Meerut. Same way these athletes are progressing. The Tamsi, the current leader, she is running like a Vande Bharat and leading the railways.
So she's also got Jyoti from Haryana giving a company. What a finish this will be if the railways are beaten to the number 1 spot. You know the difference, as I said earlier on, between 1 and 2 and 3. And everyone likes to be on the podium at that number 1 position. Here they are. 292 to the left.
I think this is the area where we love to comment, and camera is settled at the very absolute perfect angle.
So some of them have even lapped now. Oh, that's another train. The railway track. Oh, what a sight this is. Beautiful sight. The runners in their own zone. The Indian Railways, one of the biggest network in the world, a few thousand employees, our pride. They produce sports person every field: athletics, basketball, volleyball, wrestling, judo, wushu. I remember commentating on two Ranji Trophy finals where the Railways were there. Murli Karthik led the side, Sanjay Bangar led the side. So wonderful sports person. Now the Railways connect you to even Jammu and Kashmir. So look at the progress that we made. Back now, Tamsiya, along with her, the girl from Haryana, Jyoti. 627 is Shraddha Katria. And then 554 is that girl with her, 554, which is Mamta Pal of the police. Ram, I've now got a feeling that with about 8 minutes to go, the 5 or 6 will break away.
It's railway, UP, Haryana. It's a not a one-sided affair for railway team. I think railway also got in a very historic moment where their athletes are leading. One side they are running and on the other side the training is going. I think what a great moment for them.
Well, so we're now into the final. There goes the bell. You got one railway girl, Shraddha Katiria, surprise Jyoti, and you also have Tamsi Singh. We didn't expect that to happen, Ram.
Yes, still it's a last lap at 2000, almost 1600 meters to go, and there will be a tremendous up and down, and see who can hold the nerve, and who has the better kicking ability, and who can convert his endurance into the final kick. That is the most important part. What you mentioned, the bug bites.
Yes. Are the railways going to bite the dust? Is Haryana or is Punjab? Tamsi Singh, Jyoti, are these two girls going to make that final dash to break the hopes of the railways? There's the break now. There's the break coming up now. The final few moments of this event. I have a feeling that they might break last year's timing.
I think it is the Jyoti from the Haryana. Yes, it's not clear from the camera, but as she was the tallest among the bunch, Jyoti was leading the pack. I think it's a lead of 5 or 6 seconds. It's a last lap. You are witnessing the National Cross Country Champion 627 from Railway.
Shraddha now decides to open out. You got Jyoti and Tamsi right behind her. Virtually about half a meter separating these two. There they are back again. I think Ram, Shraddha Kataria of the Railways might take it away towards the end because she's now opened up the lead. The sprint perhaps is a strength, unlike the other two girls. We talk of the finish that becomes so important. And does she have that same sprint which will give her the number one spot and the Railways important points?
I think now the race is now opened, and the current leader has almost a lead of 10 meters, and we will get the closer view around the uphill close to the ditch area where we can clearly mention about
To go. Now here is that pack. It's still close. It's still close, Ram. It's still close.
I think the distance is minimized. Now again they come closer to the leader. It's a 4 for their excellence in the women's 10-kilometer cross-country championship. Still,
This is a classic case. We got 292 once again. Jyoti of Haryana. We got 623 now coming up. 623 is Ankita of the Railways. You also have Tamsi. Now they are in for the finish. Where is Shraddha gone? Has Shraddha taken that lead? She's not on your picture frame. It's four of them. Jyoti, Tamsi, Ankita. Now this is where it will all start happening. You got,
Jyoti has taken over the charge.
but very Shraddha now. I don't see her in the picture frame. Ram, has she fallen back after doing all the hard work?
It's a final finishing kick for the women's 10 km cross country championship. 1, 2, 3 and 4 is clear, but still 1 and 2, it's a wow, what a lovely tremendous up and down. What a finish. I think, Milind, we cannot see such a closer finish in the women's section.
Yes, the railways are in trouble. Or are we looking at Ankita? Ankita, Shraddha. There comes Shraddha again. She's come back into the fray. You got Shraddha, Ankita, and Jyoti.
Sir.
So it's 6-3, Ankita in the lead with Jyoti at number 2, Shraddha in number 3. As they get to the final, to the finish, the crowd goes up. It's a question of a minute now. It's Ankita of the railways. Ankita will go through. Yes, she does. Look at that sprint coming from Jyoti. Yes, it is Ankita. 6-3, followed by Jyoti. And then comes Shraddha. So the railway is doing well to take some valuable points, Ram.
Yes, Jyoti was dominating almost at the 99% of the race. So it was the last 50 meter that was the deciding. So, well, the great run from the side of the railways. The unofficial timing for this women's 10 km cross country championship is 34 minutes 45.08 seconds.
What a finish, Ram. You know, like the men who about 8 or 9 of them finished together, I wouldn't like my shoes to be spoilt here. Would you? Leather shoes particularly. Not that you can wear leather shoes and go there. But these days shoes are expensive, remember. They cost you 18,000, 20,000, 30,000.
30,000. See, therefore they need sponsors, they need money, they need finances to maintain athletes at the highest level.
Absolutely. I think that's a subject which will have an endless discussion. Now, while the 8 or 9 or 10 of